Welcome to the Radiant Woman podcast. Today we will speak about the role of the feminine in a man-dominated world. Instead of just starting directly with it, let's see, because we all have an opinion about it. We all think about right, not right, just injust. But in order to really understand why is this unbalance in the world between the feminine and the masculine, we need to go to the cause instead of just looking at the effects, the symptoms. The cause is because nowadays this high-level knowledge about what it means the feminine and what it means the masculine is gone, is lost in most parts of the world. And we have a mentality which is not helping at all. When we start understanding exactly these two roles, the feminine and the masculine, we will understand that it is not about competition, it is about completion. It is about putting the two together to have a whole instead of competing with each other. It's really not about which one is better or which one is the best, because they are meant to work together, they are meant to complete each other, they are meant to complement each other, they are meant to sustain each other and support each other and infuse each other and polarize each other and make each other really the best version of themselves. But nowadays, in a man-dominated world, I don't have to convince anybody of this truth. The mentality and the attitude, unfortunately, is reflecting the fact that is the masculine perspective upon things, with competition. Who's the best? The law of the jungle, the fittest is the winner, and so on and so forth. And if you look at these two roles, the masculine is the one protecting, the feminine is the one nourishing. The masculine is competition, the feminine is togetherness. So when you really start understanding that each role, the masculine and the feminine, has its purpose, it's meant to be like that, with a purpose, you will also start understanding that they actually complete each other. They need to work together, they need to be together. If you have this mentality, which has been around for 5,000 years, the patriarchate, the masculine imprint on things, of course they will lead to wars, of course they will lead to violences, of course they will lead to inequalities, as long as the mentality is the strongest, the fittest is the winner. It is in the masculine nature to be like that. So you also have this thinking, which is really, really destructive, that the feminine or women are the weakest sex. Really? Let men give birth to kids, and then we will speak about the weaker sex. So it has been imprinting our subconscious mind. We have this inequality because we really believe that they are not equal. One is better than the other, which is not true. And when we start working and shifting this attitude, this perspective, we will also make things more harmonious, both in the relationships between men and women, but also in society. I will just take one example. The mere fact that Me Too movement exists says it all. I will not go into commenting on it. So things we already know, they are not working as they should, they are not harmonious. I talk with many women. I have been teaching and coaching women for 36 years almost by now, and I have heard it is a recurrent theme, the inequality. The fact that, for example, in the same workplace, even if we have the same competence, even if you have the same work experience, even if you have the same education, still men will be somehow in advantage, even if the man and the woman are having the same level. In relations, I don't have to go into details with it because I will never stop talking about it if I get started. There are countries in which still women are considered not having a soul, or being a commodity or the property of men. this is not healthy. This is not how it needs to be. All right, we all know how the situation is. Also, my perspective upon thing is that the feminist movement is not doing a lot of good for women, because equality doesn't mean that if a man drives a tractor, I can also drive a tractor. Of course I can, but it's not exactly the job description that I have as a woman in this life. It doesn't mean that I cannot. It doesn't mean that I don't have the skills. It's not about that. It's about that when you understand your role as a woman, the role of a woman is to nourish, to support, to give life, to maintain life, to come with beauty, harmony, compassion, togetherness, making things work in a harmonious way, make things flow, coming with softness, inner strength, but wrapped up in softness, having this delicacy, the sensual aspect, the beauty aspect, the ability to encompass, the ability to compensate where is a lack, to come with the creative aspect of your soul and your mind. And you can actually manifest all these exquisite feminine aspects in everyday life. We will not make the world equal or better by fighting against men, by believing they are the cause of today's problem. They are not the cause. Usually when I keep workshops with women, no matter what the topic is, up to the end when we have the Q&A session, almost all the questions are related to relations. And some of them have a little bit of tendency to complain. And then I start smiling, big smile. And they ask me, why are you smiling, Georgiana? Well, who raised the men? Women, most of the time. So if we want to see a change in the world, we need to start with ourselves. How can we infuse the feminine energies into today's world? We can do that by always maintaining our dignity, by having integrity, by having a very clear set of moral and ethical values that we respect, by having these high standard principles that we follow. So it gives us a very strong inner core. And we manifest that with softness, delicacy, beauty, sensuality, which is not vulgar, compassion, togetherness, collaboration, inspiration, compassion, forgiveness, all these wonderful qualities that are somehow easier for a woman to manifest. We, unfortunately, have learned very well from men to compete, to be jealous, to compare ourselves, to be in this do. A woman actually, her natural state is to reflect, to lean back, to relax, to be, to manifest, to live life manifest through her. So we can do that with not so much focus on how to do it better, how to prove ourselves. We can prove ourselves by being genuine, by being authentic, by allowing this softness, delicacy, femininity manifest itself in a very harmonious manner, while always having the core very strong. We know our value, we have the principles, we have the moral values, we have the ethical spine, so to say. We don't make compromises, but when we manifest this softness and delicacy. We can even do it, so it's absolutely fascinating. You can be the strongest woman ever if and when you manage to manifest this strongness of character, this strongness of convictions, the intelligence, all the qualities that are having force. But you manifest that without wanting to show off, without wanting to compete, with this softness and delicacy and flow and harmony and beauty. It becomes fascinating, it becomes magnetic, because this is the feminine nature. We are not, the masculine nature is proving yourself, showing, manifesting the force in a masculine manner. We can manifest the inner force in a very beautiful and harmonious and soft feminine manner. And you can be sensual without being vulgar. You can have an opinion without wanting to impose it. You can have strong convictions and be an inspiration, a muse for others. We can make the world a better place when we start transforming ourselves and function somehow as an inspiration and a role model. We can be compassionate leaders. We can have this nurturing attitude in everything we do. No matter if we have a position as a boss in a big company, even there, of course, it will require a lot of strength. But even there, you can always have the compassion with you. You can always manifest the compassion. Even the way we speak, you can speak in a non-violent manner. You can speak in a compassionate manner. All these wonderful qualities that we have, when we combine them in this manner, the strength with the softness, the malleability, the flexibility, with a very strong inner core that you will never make compromises about it, it's absolutely fascinating, it's magnetic, and it's creating also space for others to be themselves and to dare to manifest themselves in a free way, in a harmonious way, in which you don't compare yourself with others, you collaborate, in which you don't want to prove yourself, you want to support and inspire others, in which you have this ability to function almost like a channel for all these wonderful, wonderful qualities. When we will be able to do that as women, we will bring peace because our inner attitude. We will bring harmony and collaboration because of the way we are. We will not, when I hear this, that we will obtain peace by starting a war, that's a male mentality. Good luck with that. See if it works. So have the courage to manifest femininity with integrity, softness with an inner strength, the ability to be flexible in the same time with knowing exactly what values you have and you don't make compromises with them. When you can combine this inner strength with the outer softness and delicacy and femininity, you will be inspirational, you will be a muse for others, you will be a role model for others, and you will honor the feminine in you. Because as long as we fight and want to impose and we have this mentality that we need to prove ourselves, we actually fight against our feminine nature. Feminine nature doesn't fight. I will end up with this. Imagine nature. Nature is the feminine expression in this creation. Imagine that you throw, I don't know, a piece of garbage in nature. If it will be a masculine aspect, it will just throw it back. But the feminine nature just covers it, and till the end, this garbage will just be integrated and covered with something beautiful. You will not see it anymore. So this is the feminine nature, which somehow encompasses and have the tendency to make everything harmonious and beautiful without fighting. This is actually, for me as a woman, the greatest inner strength, to be able to have this strong inner core based on dignity, integrity, moral values, divine principles that I follow and don't make a compromise about them, but manifest it in a way that I don't impose, I don't fight, I don't want others to do what I want, but I just be this wonderful, beautiful, magnetic, fascinating feminine energy flowing out from me in a very non-compromising manner. If you feel inspired and you think that this is helpful, please like it, share it, tag a woman that you think she needs to hear it, and manifest your femininity with courage. Don't compete with others, don't envy others. Just let this feminine energy flow out, because it's the most beautiful thing we can do as women.